You need to choose us to do the job because we're Imagineers. What the hell's that? Engineers, imagination, Imagineers. Hey, and welcome to episode 4 of Toolbox Heroes. Thanks so much for joining me. Now, I just want you to imagine something, okay? I want you to imagine that you have just tendered for the biggest job of your career. This job, if you win this job, it's going to change your life and your family's life forever. It is the big one. And you've tendered across some other people, but there's two main people in the running for it, okay? You and your fiercest competitor. Now, imagine one day you've been invited to a barbecue, and you're at this barbecue, and lo and behold, there is the guy that asked you to do the quote. This is your moment that you can go and impress him. But hang on a minute. So is your fiercest competitor. He's there as well, and you're both side by side each other, and he says to you both, look guys, the price is exactly the same. Tell me why I should choose you to do the work over him. Now, what would you say in that moment? You should probably choose us to do the work because we're the best. Well, actually, I think you'll find we're the best. Right. How many happy customers have you got? I don't know. Say 100 happy customers? Well, we have 104 happy customers, so... Well, we're fully trained. So are we. Right. Look, choose us to do the work and we will do 100,000 million % effort. Well, we'll give 1 billion % effort. What would you say to make you stand out from the crowd? Because that's the hardest part, isn't it? When you want to get to the top, you've got to get through the crowd at the bottom and you have to stand out amongst your other competitors. Because unfortunately, I hate to say this, especially in trades, we are a commodity to our customers. There's loads of other people out there that can do what we do, so we're a commodity to them. So we have to do something to make ourselves stand out. And if we just say the same old usual stuff like, oh, we're the best at this, or we're fully qualified, we're trained, our people are different, we're multidisciplined, we've got happy customers. Everybody says that shit. I'm sorry if you say that at the moment, but your competitor stood next to you will also say that as well. So what do you say to make yourself stand out as the clear choice above them? And I want you to answer this in the comments below, okay? I want you to give me your sort of most honest answer to this. Why would your customers choose to give you the job over everybody else out there, okay? Don't say that you're the best and don't say that your people are different. Don't say all that crap. Truly and honestly, why would your customers choose you to do the job over your competitors and everybody else out there? Now, you might have to think about that, and it's something you should really think about because it's a brilliant answer to have to people if you were at the barbecue, for instance. So you should get that written down, get that clear in your head and rehearse it so you can just spiel it off to people. And when I started this electrical business again, I had to come up with a clear way of standing out against the hundreds of other electricians that are around in the area, because there's loads of electricians around me and I needed to stand out above them. And so I came up with a load of different things to make me stand out above them. And these have taken a little bit of time to accrue, a few years, but now I can say all this stuff when I know that they can't say it. And the way I like to think about this is imagine that your customer has got 3 quotations. That usually happens in trades. If they get 3 quotations, imagine they're all lined up on the kitchen table. So there's yours there, there's the second person, there's the third person's, and they look through all of them. What are you going to do in your quotation to make you the clear choice, or when they don't even read the other 2? And that's something you have to think about and something to get clear. And I promise you, if you can do this brilliantly, then it will change your business forever. So now I can say a few things about my business that I know definitely none of the other electricians in the area can. And the first and most important thing is a couple of years ago, I won the Screwfix Tradesperson of the Year for the West Midlands. So now I'll let you on a little secret on that. I didn't actually win the main prize because the main award, which is Britain's top tradesperson, which is a fantastic thing to win, I didn't win that, but I got to the final, okay? And to get to the final, you had to win your region. So my region was the West Midlands. But Screwfix didn't tell me that I was a West Midlands. I've used poetic license and I've awarded myself that because I have been the winner in the West Midlands. So I am the West Midlands top tradesperson as awarded by Screwfix. So have you won any awards? Now, you can't use your grade 2 swimming certificate. That wouldn't be so good. But have you won anything to do with your work, with your job? Have you won an award? Anything? And by the way, if you've won more than one award, then you are multi-award winning. Now, customers, they love to see something that is award winning, or a person that's been award winning, because to them, we have gone through a process, and that was quite an in-depth process I had to go through with Screwfix. They had to look at my work and look at my process and everything to get to that final. So if you won anything that you can say, I am the top person, I have won this award, honestly, it is brilliant to put that in your marketing, because people do love that. The next thing that I've got on my quotations, and I've got all over my website, all over my marketing, is the first thing actually that I ever came up with in my marketing plan, and that was a guarantee, because people like to have guarantees. And in the next episode, I'm going to tell you all about that guarantee step by step, okay? Because I want you to come up with a guarantee as well, because it really does do me wonders. And it's a 6-point guarantee, and we'll talk about that in the next episode. But that is another part of my positioning where I can say that I've got a 6-point guarantee and none of the others have got a 6-point guarantee, and that works really well for me. I'm also a member of Checkatrade, Rated People, and My Builder. And if you search for me on any of those sites, I've got 5-star ratings. I mean, probably only on Rated People, I've probably only been rated twice on that because I don't do a lot of work for them. But those 2 people gave me 5 stars. So if you Google me, I will come up with 5-star rating on those 3 sites. So that is part of my position as well. That goes in my quote. That goes all over my marketing. I am 5-star rated across the 3 main sites that look for trades. And that's really important. So can you say that as well? Another thing that I learned only about a year ago, actually, is that people think that when you give them the quotation and then they accept the job, that you're going to send some subcontractor who doesn't really care and make a mess. So in my quotes and in my marketing, I make it clear that it is me going to do the job to them. And that makes a difference. It's part of my positioning that I'm the one that goes and do the quotation as well. And I am the one that's going to come and do the job. Some of you might not have this, but I have had the brilliant opportunity to work on 2 TV shows. I don't know how it came about. My brother thinks I'm the luckiest person in the world, but I was lucky actually to get these positions. One of them was working with Lawrence Welland-Bowen on one of his makeover shows, and I was the TV electrician for that. And the other one was working on the Great British Bake Off, and it was on the BBC, so I've worked with Mary Berry. Now, out of that whole time that I was working on those shows, my prime objective on that was to get a photograph with each of them, because I can use that in my marketing. It positions me again. Now, the other guys in the area, the other electricians in my area, have not been on a Lawrence Llewellyn TV show, and they've not been working with Mary Berry. So I can put those photographs in my marketing, and I can put them in my quotations. And again, that is positioning me higher than the other people around. Funny enough, although one person did say to me, we didn't call you because you're going to be really expensive because you're a Lawrence Llewellyn's electrician. That's fine. We don't want to work for the cheapos anyway, do we? So those things make me stand out above all the other electricians in the area. So let's have a look at that. If I'm quoting against other people, and my guy at the barbecue says to me, why, Andy, would I choose you to do the electrical work over them? And the first thing he says, well, the first thing, I am an award-winning electrician. I have won the award for best tradesperson in this entire county of the West Midlands. He hasn't won that. So that's number 1. So straight away, that's a big tick on his sheet. The next thing I say, I've also got a 6-point guarantee, and I'll reel that off. I'll say this and this and this and this and this. He hasn't got that either. I know, because I've done all this research. They haven't got that. The next thing I'm going to say is I've got 5-star ratings, excellent ratings across all the 3 big trade sites. 5-star ratings across them. That means I'm really good at my job. And then I'll show them it's going to be me doing the job. Because I'll be honest, I only work for myself. I don't want any employees. I work for myself. So I assure them that it's going to be me doing the job. And then finally, as a little bit of icing on the cake, I can say, oh, and also, I was the on-screen electrician for Lawrence Welland-Bowen, and I worked on the Great British Bake Off. Those 2 names are big names, and people say, they think, bloody hell, this guy, and people say to me, oh, so you work with Lawrence, what's he like? It just adds a little bit of sparkle to it, and it just makes you stand out. So my quotation stands out head above everybody else, and I want to actually make them not worry about the price. I just want them to read all that stuff and go, this is the guy for the job. And that is called our positioning. That is my positioning in my marketplace. It's your positioning in your marketplace, whatever market you're in. We could also call that our USP, our unique selling proposition, what makes you stand out. Or we could also call it our category of one. The category of one, the one thing that makes you stand out above everybody else, is a really important piece to work on. You should spend quite a bit of time on trying to work this out. Just go through those things. Think of the things I've said that I put in my quotations and in my marketing. Can you do any of that? The awards, the guarantees. I'll talk about that next week. Honestly, it will help you so much if you can get this nailed on the head. Don't forget, put your comments below to tell us why we should choose you over anybody else to do your job. I'll see you again next week. Hope that's helped you. See you soon. Bye.